subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
I'm with Arif Mohammed Khan, the highly articulate but controversial governor of Kerala. Arif Saab, welcome to The Print.
Thank you very much.
Your comments that that you are protecting the constitution and that the Kerala government's decision to go to the Supreme Court against the Citizenship Amendment Act is wrong.
No, this is not my view. These are the rules of business, for the rules for the conduct of the business of the government. And it clearly says the following classes of cases shall be submitted by the Chief Minister to the Governor before the issue of orders. Proposal for the grant of pardons. The cases which affect the relations of the state government with the government of India. All cases relating to summoning and prorogation of the legislature. All appeals to the governor, etc. Now, can you imagine? Can you give reprieve? Can you give pardon to any prisoner without the approval of the governor? Can you summon the assembly without the approval of the governor? And
so what is your problem? So what is your problem with Kerala going to the Supreme Court against the citizenship?
No problem. Let the party go to there. But if the state government on behalf of the state wants to go to the Supreme Court, then my approval will be needed.
So didn't Pinarayi Vijayan, the Chief Minister, come to you before this?
If he had come, then maybe he would not have gone. I would have tried to explain to him that this is not the fit case for you to go to the Supreme Court.
But there were no messages from his government either.
No, nothing, absolutely nothing. They have chosen, they are acting, they are disregarding all the rules. I have already told you, there is another leader who says, I have appointed so-and-so because of his ethnicity and now he is being ungrateful. These people, the politicians, they just don't care about the rules in the constitution and the law.
So why are they doing this, do you think?
They let them, you should ask them.
But I'm just asking you that Pinarayi Vijayan is saying that the people of Kerala do not need a resident. He is invoking this colonial term to say that the people are the most important and that, that the governor has no business to interfere in the working of the government.
That may be his view. This is not what Constitution says. The oath I have taken is to preserve, protect and defend the Constitution and law.
Pinarayi Vijayan picked the wrong man to fight.
Well, it is for him to decide.
But you have said that you're not a rubber stamp. What do you mean by that?
Not a rubber stamp. Because Supreme Constitution and the Supreme Court, they place this responsibility on me that I should apply my mind. I can't sign on any paper without applying my mind because it has come from the government.
So what are you going to do now, Arif Saab?
I've sort of given them peace of my mind. And if they reform, it is fine. Otherwise, one thing I can assure you. I will not allow the constitutional machinery to collapse in Kerala.
So what are you going to do? Have you written a report? Have you sent a report?
What I will do when we come to the bridge, we will cross it. I cannot give you details what options I will have before me. I have many, Constitution gives me many options. It gives me many options, but for what? For upholding the Constitution. To ensure that Constitution machinery does not collapse. I am fully cognizant and aware of the fact that I am not above law. And likewise, nobody is above law. Be you ever so high, the law is above you.
That's a very relevant point. But as the governor, amongst your options, what are the options that you have? For example, could you send a report?
Options which cannot be.
Could you send a report, for example, on this issue?
Number of options, because I have a very positive attitude, optimistic attitude. I hope that whatever I am speaking will have its effect, and I hope the government will reform its way of doing things.
The protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act have now expanded all over the country. Why do you think this is happening?
The protests against the Shah Bano judgment was much more widespread. More violent language was spoken. More threats were given. And what ultimately happened? Same people who 1986 said that the Supreme Court judgment, they were defending triple talaq. In 2017, same people, what they said? They said, Yes, now we agree. Triple talaq is an innovation. It is unjust. It is enormity. And we assured the court, if you don't interfere, then we will ensure that this is eliminated. We shall boycott socially those who resort to triple divorce. So if they keep changing their opinion after every 30 years, they want me to stand with them, and then after 30 years change my opinion?
Well, I remember, and many of us remember, how in 1986 you stood against the judgment, the Rajiv Gandhi's decision on the Shah Bano case.
I can only assure you that this time on CAA, it won't take 30 years.
But why do you think there have...
Take only a few months, and everybody will realize that CAA is nothing but giving legislative shape to a promise which was made by Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Nehru, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and up to Manmohan Singh, Pranabji. Everybody has recognized what Pakistan is. In fact, Mahatma Gandhi in September 1947 has gone to the extent, if Pakistan does not stop misbehaving, it may lead to war between India and Pakistan. The apostle of non-violence was talking about war. Why? Because every year, more than 1,000 girls are being abducted. How long? In fact, this was an opportunity which we could have used as Indians.
In what way?
To make world aware of what is happening in Pakistan. And if the world opinion, if we succeed in building the world opinion, then possibly whatever number of minorities are left behind now in Pakistan, they could have been saved from the torture which they undergo. But instead of doing that, and using it for that purpose, we have started an agitation against the CAA, which, why these people do not say? Let them deny that Mahatma Gandhi had not promised them. Let them deny that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had not promised from the ramparts of the Red Fort. Let them deny that Manmohan Singh had not said the same thing. I have all the details here with me. And even the Vatican News, what they have said about the abduction of the Christian girls in Pakistan.
In Pakistan?
In Pakistan, yes, I have, if you want.
The Syrian church in Kerala, in your Kerala, they are talking about love jihad cases.
I'm talking about the persecution in Pakistan. I'm talking about that. Even the Vatican News has published it.
But the ordinary people in Delhi, in Kanpur, in Kerala, Kochi had a huge protest against the CAA.
I've already told you in 1986 the protests were much larger than what you are witnessing today. And ultimately what happened? Very same people who were out in the streets, that free, democratic, independent India will be a threat to our religion and we want country to be partitioned. What they said after 1971? We were misled into believing that. We were misled. Are you going to be led by people who are ignorant about these issues, or your duty is to make them aware of the issues involved?
But Arif, you talked about Shah Bano in 1986 after Rajiv Gandhi's decision not to give maintenance to that elderly lady. After that, you know what happened. In 3 years, the Congress party fell. So if you're making a comparison with CAA...
This is exactly what I'm saying. That if you succumb to the pressure which comes because of the show of muscle power and the street power, then this country has paid very dearly. The 86 government had succumbed to the pressure. And what country has gone through as a result of that?
So the 2020 government, Modi ji's government, is not going to succumb to pressure or should not succumb to pressure?
That is for the government to decide, not for me. But if somebody takes my advice, then I will say, decide on merit, never succumb to the pressure.
Thank you so much, Arif. This is Jyoti Malhotra for ThePrint. Please continue to watch our YouTube channel. It's live and buzzing.